I had big plans for this video, but alas, it is what it is. So I am home now. It is the weekend. That's supposed to be the Mama Tried and the Flat Out Friday event in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, happening in March. Unfortunately, got postponed thanks to epidemic that's happening all around the world. Understandably so. I was so pumped. I don't know if you guys know about this weekend or not, or are familiar with it, but it's one of my absolute favorite. The reason for it is that it's a weekend in the middle of winter nonetheless, because if you're anything like me that live in the Midwest area, we love our winters. The snow, the ice, the salt, the freezing rain, temperatures, whatever it may be, it's a blast. So this is one of the excuses that we can have as we're gearing up for spring to kind of get together and just celebrate motorcycles. So I was so pumped. I got all the way down to Milwaukee, pulled into the parking lot because I was going to attend the official pre-party for the Mama Tried show at the Harley-Davidson Museum. So I got in the parking lot, walked into the museum, to come to find out everything is at a standstill. So I guess we still made the best of it. So thanks to the museum, I had the chance to do a VIP highlight tour. And if you've never done one before, which I haven't, of course, I highly recommend it. It was awesome to be in that same place as the history and the legacy behind the brand that I absolutely love and am obsessed with. So just doing that and getting to be in that same room as some of those pieces were incredible.
There are a few restored bikes, and those are bikes that we filled in holes that a bike they didn't save. Early on, they only saved one motorcycle a year, so really shocking about this. Should be shocking.
You know.
It's a woman on a motorcycle in 1912, right? You know, this was, you know, if you look at other companies and how they marketed and stuff like that, there were probably companies that were pretty upset with Harley-Davidson for even like doing this, but yeah, they want to sell motorcycles. They're like,
So after we did the tour, we went to the Moto Bar restaurant for dinner and drinks. Appetizers, of course, we share the our cheese curd love with some of those people that haven't had a chance to dive into those delicious cheese balls. It was so much fun. So we enjoyed dinner, we did drinks, and then we went to the Harley-Davidson Museum shop to do some retail therapy because, in my opinion, with everything that was being let down, so to speak, it was needed. So I wanted to share just what I've purchased from there because at the museum, these are original pieces that you can't get at any other dealership. It's just strictly for the museum. And so the one I'm wearing right now is, of course, one of those, but I wanted to share the other ones as well. So they're all original, or like they call them the Harley Originals. So they go back into the archives of some of the motor wear from years and years ago, and they replicate it. And so I got this guy, as well as, of course, I couldn't pass up one of these tees with the Mama Tried show on it. Whenever it does happen, that is definitely something I'm gonna sport. But also I wanted to share this little guy with you. This is another Harley Original. I am so pumped to have, like, I'm envisioning a photo session right off the bat with my daughter and my bike and her in this. And so stay tuned, follow probably my Instagram account, and I will share some of those fun photos from that session there. But in all, it was an awesome experience just to see how the community and the individuals that came and traveled to Milwaukee rallied together and still found ways to enjoy each other's company. So we left the museum after doing some of the shopping and headed to the Iron Horse Hotel, which is just across the bridge from the museum. If you are staying in the Milwaukee area, I highly recommend just being in that building as well, with all of the moto field that goes on to that too. So they had boonie bikes in the front part of the hotel that they were racing. We also made our way to Hacienda Beer Company and rallied with some of the other female riders who were going to ride and race at Flat Out Friday. They were showcasing some of their bike builds there. And then last we ended at Fuel Cafe for the night. But as much of a letdown this feels, and all the hype and excitement that was going to happen for it, I still felt completely just happy being in the element, being around those people. You just make so many new connections, and you have this instant friendship because of it. And so with that, I almost feel like I'm getting a double dose of this weekend, because everything's still happening now, and eventually whenever the show does get rescheduled, for doing it all over again. So I know this video was a lot of me at my desk and not a lot of riding when it comes to moto vlogging, but I wanted to share my experience with you guys. And I know when the event does happen again, be sure you will get the entire coverage of the weekend, including the flat out races and the Mama Tried show, because it's one that I have not went to yet myself, and I need to. But if you liked this video, make sure to like, and of course, if you want to see any more, including the Mama Tried show when it does happen, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram for anything in between, and I'll see you out on the road. Bye, guys.